recently, YouTube content creator and CHH artist Ruslan was on Tim Ross's podcast on YouTube called In the Basement. He has something interesting to say about CHH. I want you to check out this clip.
Here's the thing, coming from the rap space, coming from the Christian rap space, it's very toxic.
Oh, for sure.
It's very combative.
Oh,
it's
yes,
very
it
competitive.
is. Yes, and
it's
I'm
weird.
glad that you prefaced it
It's
by
weird.
saying Christian, because
it's weird.
it's in the Christian space that it's even
weird.
like that. Yeah.
So coming from that space, I never understood this net negative. There's only so many slices of the pie. There's only so much space, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, but there's the internet.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
There's
yeah,
the
yeah,
internet.
yeah.
So many
Yeah.
people out there.
Yeah.
And in the YouTube space, it was different for me. Once I started doing a little bit, I instantly would have brothers like John McCrae from What Do You Mean reach out, like 40,000 subs. I'm watching his videos. He's reaching out. Alan Parr, I believe you guys are friends.
No, I've never met Alan, but
he knows who you are.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So fairly early on, brothers would reach out, and they'd not just reach out, but be like, "How can I help?
Wow.
Can I bring you on my platform?"
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
And Alan put me on his channel at like I had maybe 70,000 subs, like fairly early in the process. And so I think we've cultivated this culture around us, and not to sound super like prosperity-ish, but like of abundance.
Yeah, for sure.
And that there's a lot of people and there's a lot of opportunity. And then we're way more effective coming together, locking arms.
Wow. Wow, babe. So hey, listen. This is a little bit more of your field. I'm in here with it. I'm able to see some things. But
yeah. First and foremost, Ruslan, he's an OG number one.
Ruslan.
Second of all, he be thugging in the streets.
Hey, he be ready for the he say what he say the real, and he be ready for the smoke.
I love it. Like
Anytime.
you already know. I'll be like, Ruslan don't care. Like, and it's not in a bad way. It's like it's facts. It's what people see, know, talk about behind closed doors. But Ruslan gonna give it up.
Not out in public.
Yeah, he gonna give it up.
Really?
I 100% agree. I absolutely agree. I have firsthand experience toxicity. Okay,
Right. So firsthand, you know, just for context, y'all, she's a CHH artist. Okay, if you did not know, goes by the name of TK Lee. You've been doing this probably since what I think 2000, probably since 2015, but really
Before
made
that.
like really heavy since a little bit like consistently. I'm sorry, since 2017, right?
Yeah, I've been doing Christian hip hop even before that. But as far as like actually getting in the studio and then professionally, 2015 to 2016. So almost a decade. Or it is a decade of doing music. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, for I know you've seen some things, and I was
And
there
experience.
with you and experienced some different things, and you know, you may not be like what everybody knows or whatever as far as the CHH artist goes, but you've also experienced some things with some like very known people, right?
Yes. I mean, well, it's so many layers to this. First and foremost, the part where he was talking about how like it's like there's only a few slots and how like they come off as, and when I say they, I don't mean, I've met amazing people, number one. But there are some people that come off as like, this is my light and I don't need you to come take these people.
Right.
And have this very arrogant way, if they have any type of clout, it's like, I don't know, amnesia that this was about God to begin with. I had a song with an artist and I was really excited. I was young. I was just really amped up to work with this person. And we were talking on the phone and this person was just chopping it up with me, sharing things with me, just really connecting. And they loved the song. They was ready. They got the bag, a big one. And
Pretty nice one. Yeah.
a pretty good one that I don't think it was worth, especially after the chaos.
Yeah.
But we did this song, and y'all, the day we're going back and forth, and the person is going along.
Said they loved the track.
Love the track, going along with it. I mean, and the thing that was the first red flag was I was on the phone with this person, and they told me that they would change my life. They told me that me doing this track with them would change my life.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, Okay, I will gain followers from this for sure. You know, this person is a decent sized artist at the time. So yeah, I was like, sure, but how prideful of you to just be like, yeah, now you sitting with TK now. You know what that mean.
Yeah.
I'm about to take, it's like a pimp talking to the, like, you know what that mean. If you get connected to Big John, I'm gonna have you, it's like, okay.
Especially for somebody that was just starting out really like yourself though. It was like, yeah, I mean, this you would think that, okay, could be.
Yeah, it was exciting.
We got together on the same page. We smashed this thing. Oh,
it was
definitely
exciting. So boom, we're on the same page. This person is right along with it. Again, got the bag. The day that the single came out, I get I don't know if it was a phone call or a text asking me to take it down because there were vocals on my song that they did not approve of.
Your song now.
My song.
Your song.
I paid you to feature on it. And then you tell me you don't approve what I put on my song, right?
Yeah.
How I arranged my song. They did not approve. Y'all, this feature went out of their way to tell, was it iTunes or Spotify?
It was iTunes.
I think it was iTunes.
Yeah.
I get an email saying, hey, you don't have permission to use this song.
Yeah.
I was like, and how I don't? I own the beat. I wrote it. This is mine.
You sent the documentation.
Sent the documentation, sent the proof. It was hush hush. I said, now this person really came for me. And then this is an assumption though. Yeah. This is an assumption. We're pretty sure that this person stopped my song from being played on the radio.
Yeah.
We're almost positive of that. And it was a horrible time. I'm pretty sure.
And the reason being is because they pretty cool with the ones that actually run the radio
they're cool
station.
with the reason why we assume that is because this person is played on the radio station all the time.
All the time.
But anywho, it was disheartening, and I think you were really pissed off.
I was ticked
off.
It
was such a weird thing. It was just weird. Like didn't nobody really know me like that. Yeah. You got a bag that, and then number two, like just to be so evil hearted about it and like try to snatch it off from being heard, and the person was supposed to promote. It was just it was a part of the whole agreement. It was a part of the agreement to promote it, and it was just such a terrible experience. And that's just one. I've had some features that they just be acting up. When it comes to Christian hip hop, I've never understood why more people don't work together. I've never understood that. And I'm not even talking about from a standpoint of you got to do music with everyone, because there's just some people music that you don't like. You might not like TK music. I might not like such and such music. But at the end of the day, there is room to collab with everybody. But it's for some reason when people be getting clout. I remember I went to a concert and I was so excited to meet this person, not from a weird standpoint because I'm grown, but I love this person's music. And the person was like, I gotta catch a flight out of the door. Like, I gotta catch the flight. You do know, like, you came to minister, right? Like, people are gonna want to talk to you. And so that is the disconnect that I have with some, I don't want to say all of Christian hip hop people, because there's some fire people I met, we've prayed, we love on each other, they support all of that. If you know you know who you are, I love you, we here with it. But then there are others who I think went the Christian hip hop route because they couldn't make it the secular route, and they're just in it for the money. They're just in it for the clout. They're just in it to have attention. And so they're like, nah, you kind of dope. So I don't want to shout you out because my 100K followers just might follow you. My 100K followers just might follow you. And I think it's weird. And it got to the point, I remember I hit up an artist to do a feature. And this feature told me they don't do songs with anyone they don't know. The person was like, yeah, I don't do that because people, I guess scandals be coming out later, and then they're like.
And I've heard that before.
I've heard it before. We have both. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I understand. I get it. Yeah. I really, really get it. But if we're all at that place where we're like, because we've all been burned. Somebody done pissed us off. Somebody done took our money, ran off with something. If we all get to this place of either A, I've been done wrong, I don't want to do songs with nobody, or B, I am at a place where I am afraid to give you any type of impact on the people that I have impact on. What are we doing? Yeah, because this is supposed to be about discipling. When we talk about music and when we get to the music, yes, have the bops. And that's why to be honest, that's why I took a long pause, because the culture of Christian hip hop, I disagree with. I am not in this thing to make bops for y'all. I've been through hell. I've been through things. I am married. We done been through some stuff. I am going to minister. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to make sure when I get on this stage and we kick it, that I'm praying for you afterwards. I can't do it with everybody. But when I hit a stage, you already know, when people ask to be like, hey, I need her to share her testimony, we like, oh, what? Yeah. That's what you think I'm coming here for?
That a part of your show.
Yeah, like what? And they know TK gonna talk. Some people, when they don't have first, I don't want to say too much, but yes. I agree, Ruslan. I've seen it, I've experienced, and that's just one of many stories of just very arrogant. And if it's a man, it's weird. Yeah. It's like the men only talk because they flirting. Yeah, that's why I like Ruslan. I don't know if you remember Ruslan. I don't know if he was live or I don't remember what it was. And he was like, "Oh, here comes a pretty girl. What do I do?" And it's like, that's how they be. I'm telling y'all, that's how they be acting. You have to go, what's up, bro? Right. I'm married. I'm good. Like, I'm not here to just hop on your lap and I'm going to just take you. Like, sir, I don't want you. Like,
good. Listen, when you meet my wife, just know she good.
I am really good. I'm really good. If it's not that, if it's not the flirting, if it's not the weirdness of dudes acting like they going to do something with you and they just really want to flirt, it's the other side of, females in the competition that can happen between that and not working together. It's like, oh, I need to get to know you real deep before I make a song with you. Like, girl,
if it was Lecrae, you won't have to get to know him real deep. I bet not. You know what I'm saying? If it was anybody else that had a big time name, I don't have to know. This is the thing, I remember when you told me about the person who said that they couldn't do a feature with you because they gotta, they don't do it with everybody. And I've heard people say, I gotta know that
person said it to.
Yeah, I gotta know. I guess some people gotta know your lifestyle. They got to know a little bit more background or whatever the case may be. I get that or whatever the case may be to an extent though. To an extent. I can do a feature with you, but I don't have, like in the long as I know some pure principles that like maybe that like you actually are a believer. Okay, you're actually I've gotten to see a little bit of your track record. I go on your Instagram, there's nothing crazy on there, whatever the case may be. Man, I don't have no control of what you do after that. Yeah. You may, for instance, think about Gavi. How many people did music with Gavi and they did not never know that he had whatever scandal going on in his marriage?
I was gonna say that. What if you get to know a person and then 5 years later they turn into a whole hoe? And they start sleeping around, and you got to know the person, you did the song, now they a hoe. Like, you cannot control other people, and at the end of the day, if you want to put out listen, I didn't know, y'all, and there's nothing to explain. People are people, and people gonna do what they do. Then it just gets to, like, forget all that, like, political stuff. It gets to a place where it just has nothing to do with ministry anymore. It has nothing to do with growing community. People get on them stages and perform and be gone. Like, ma'am, sir, I wanted to introduce myself. They be gone. They like, give me my bag. I'm going to perform and I'm going to get up out of here. I'm not saying this is for everyone. Y'all, again, disclaimer.
It's not for everybody.
This is not for everyone. There are beautiful women of God that I have met.
Definitely.
Shout out to Portia. I don't even want to name names because they like, dang. But shout out to Portia, who has been consistent. So much love. Definitely. Consistent in her, I don't know who posted it. I think it was the hip hop crew. I don't know. It was like tag the nicest. Maybe it wasn't them. I don't know. But tag the nicest CHH artist that you met. And Portia was that for me. Yeah. Just consistent in her personality and just like, oh, girl, let me introduce you to these people over here. Come here. And it wasn't like this, here's our clique over here. And are you not a part of Reach? Oh, we don't see you. You don't exist. Come in the room like, and then let me say this. People that pretend to not know me, that watch my stories all the time. Oh my God.
Like that's some
I was
goofy
girl,
stuff.
that be blowing me. I'm like,
that's
hey,
real weird.
What's your
man.
name? TK Lee, you know, you're my top viewer in my stories. yeah, that's me. You know, I don't look that different in person. So that's another thing. Like, there's this way when they start building this cloud where you don't know nobody. You don't know nobody, and if you aren't a God over money or a Reach Records, you can literally be no one in their presence.
If you can't help out their career, they ain't. You know what I'm saying? They ain't treating
you can't
like
help me
nothing.
out. You can't push me to the next level. You ain't bigger than me or where I'm at. You'll be
where you was saying like with Portia Love, which we've seen, she treated everybody the same.
Yes, and
like,
I
with
don't
all the same
wanna
energy, at least from what we've seen.
I don't want to just shout her out because there are more women. It's some women that really was really
Miss Day to be
sweet.
exact.
Miss
Yeah.
Day to be exact. That
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I landed in Atlanta,
Her and her husband.
As soon as I landed in Atlanta, it was like right up
Love.
right up under her arms.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let me show you this. I'm gonna let you in on a little something. This what they do over here, and just giving me the tea. You know, giving me some just guidance and help through it because she's been here for a while. But it's
Very much toxic.
It's giving very much toxic, and I think it's just, especially me being a female, I think it's probably even more toxic than it is for a man because
Probably is.
you know, it's just less respect, especially, beautiful and you attractive. It's just
People
even
don't
less.
know what your motives is. They don't
Yeah.
really know you. Like, what's she trying to do?
And
Whatever the
then
case may be.
I want to also give it up. Some men are just like trying to protect themselves too.
Yeah.
I remember I had a conversation with a guy. And he was like, immediately it was just like, yeah, my wife, da 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 da. And I just started laughing. I'm like, sir, you don't have to do that. Like, I don't want, this is not that. Why we operating like this is the streets? Like, like we don't care about you.
Yeah. But I mean, it was in a good way, I think, with that.
Yeah,
person,
no,
wasn't
it was in
it was in a good way.
that's what I'm saying. Like, also, men ain't about to just be in your face. So I just want to put that out there. But no, and all in all, what he was saying about
very true
about just this, we just quickly forget that this was supposed to be about ministry. You know, when you first start doing music and you're like, oh, I need to tell my testimony and I need to let people know that God is good. He saved me from this addiction. He saved me from this depression. I gotta tell them. When can we get back to that? You can still make dope music, but y'all, we got to get back to ministering. But it seems like when they start climbing the ladder, the less it is about Jesus for some.
Yeah.
So yeah,
definitely.
That's it.
I can just kind of back her up with the receipts of all.
And
of
let
that
me tell you something. Y'all want to come for me? I know how to fight in real life. I'm just playing. I mean, I'm not,
She
but
does.
I'm playing. But I do know how to fight.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not scared. I'm. That's why I like Ruslan.
People
because
war cyberly now, babe.
Oh, they war cyberly, and also like you can feel the energy around them. They'll pretend like they're good with you. But that's one thing I like about Ruslan. Like hey, look, y'all want to interview on the Weibo's and talk about this if you disagree. We down with that. But I don't have a problem with these hard type of conversations for people. But I think more people agree than. I think you'll be surprised at how many people agree with this because I've had private conversations with people that have said the same exact thing. So all in all,
it's a sad thing, man.
It's a sad thing. And as you see, Ruslan kind of ventured off into YouTube and he killing it in YouTube and still makes music, but it's not his only
all.
thing. Yeah, his all. And I mean, I would say that for myself. It started getting to a point like, oh, y'all do know I'm not gonna be in here fighting to get y'all to, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all
down to this little thing.
Yeah,
and play
y'all
the
do
little
know
politics.
I can speak, I can sing, I can lead worship. Me and my husband got our YouTube. I can literally set Christian hip hop down and I would be okay. I would be absolute. And that's the thing. For some people, Christian hip hop is all they got.
Yeah.
That's it. They're single or it's their identity. They don't know who they are detached from Christian hip hop. Before Christian hip hop, I was ministering. Before it, I was at conventions and with my mama and seeing preaching and leading in worship at a young age. I've been doing this. It don't matter. At the end of the day, I'm going to minister, whether that's writing a book, cooking for y'all, Instagram, YouTube, leading worship, serving my local church. I'm going to minister. Christian hip hop just was another way to do that, but it's not my life. So that's why I could kind of care less.
Yeah. So overall, I think, definitely could totally agree. Like I said, I can pretty much back on everything that she's saying right now. And as someone who's a fan of CHH, it sucks when you get to see behind the scenes a little bit.
Yeah.
And be like, dang, man, why they have to be like that? Or,
Yeah, I've had to pass people to you.
Yeah, why they have, why they can't show that love publicly to you or whatever the case may be. It's just a little weird. It's like, hey, what it hurts you to just say
the private
this.
love.
Yeah, just the private love.
The private love.
I guess you don't, it's whatever. But again,
hey sis, I see you. I've gotten messages, sis, I see you, fire this, da da da. Then I go to look and they don't even follow me. I'm like, what? How you see him? I remember I told you last time. I'm like, babe, they look at my story every day and they don't follow me. That means you're typing in my name, searching for me. You're searching for me on a daily. So that lets me know this follow button is like this power. Like, I'm not going to give you that. Nope. You won't have a follow from such and such. Like, it's weird, y'all. It's weird. It's weird. It's
real
getting
weird. So
strange.
again, the Weiboos can definitely confirm what he's saying. He definitely spoke facts on that. Or at least we believe that, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Some of you may not know. So this is just our reaction to it, man.
Yeah.
And you heard it from us. This is an Weiboo production.
Period.